Доброе утро. Какой прекрасный день. И небо ясное, и туч нету на горизонте. Сейчас будет тут такое представление. Прямо, как у нас говорят, front row. We have front row seats. У нас прямо первый ряд. Такое выражение в русском не употребляется. А может мне на английском разговаривать? Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should create this report. I wonder if there's a word. Create this video in English. I think I should, because I mostly speak Russian, and that's not fair because some people prefer English. For example, my children, and that's what I love. You know, since I mentioned my children, interestingly, that look at this beautiful wave. The ocean is so smooth. So my children, my children do prefer English, especially that I don't talk to them. They barely speak any Russian. I know that. At least I suspect. Anyway, it's an interesting thought that just came to my mind. So when you listen to a lot of these gurus, a lot of these philosophers and thinkers and people who tell you how to be, ancient ones, modern ones, Eastern ones specifically Eastern people, they say don't dwell in the past. Past is the history, future is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it present. It's a beautiful saying. Live in the present, live in the now. That is lovely. Yet, if we don't consider our past, literally our memory. There was a very interesting idea that gentleman by name Osho proposed. He said, what if you imagine you wake up one morning, you have no memory, just don't remember anything. Hopefully you remember how to get up and walk, and then you hopefully have your sphincter control so you don't have to do things uncontrollably, such as bodily functions. Having said that, hopefully those functions are still remembered. Now, things that comprise our daily lives are probably 90%, 95% based on our memory. Who we are, what we do, it's all based on previous experiences that we create from. Just like all the living creatures, they all have memory. Some more primitive, some less, some more advanced. So it is useful for people who are, for the times when people dwell on some negative experiences, negative memories, and they dwell on them. For example, like I was when I was depressed, I was dwelling on many things, and it was a very repetitive dwelling. I kept repeating the same pattern. of thought. I could regret not marrying a particular woman, and I even remember which one. Although every day it could be some other woman. I had a selection. I can probably 5 women, but then I could remember women that I didn't even have a relationship with, that I maybe was too shy to ask them out. Like, for example, there was a lady by name Jessica in my medical school, just as an example. Probably the most beautiful lady we had in our class, and she smiled at me, I smiled at her, but then I was too shy. So then she was going out with other people. So I was regretting not having a relationship with her and possibly marrying her. How crazy is that? How crazy a brain can be to regret something that hasn't even happened at all. I mean, I understand, at least logically, not very logically, but at least somewhat cohesively thinking, oh, what if the relationship I had, let's say, with my Puerto Rican lady, what if that came to fruition, came to be, if that didn't stop? Because that was the relationship right before I got back with my future wife. So these are completely destructive patterns of thought. In fact, I'll mention something in English now as well. The way to deal with this, when your brain is clearly misfiring, it's just basically destroying your being, your thought process, your cognitive function, if I may say. So that is what memory, when the memory does not serve us well, it's destructive. In fact, based on words of Honorable Sadhguru, I recommend to people to listen to Sadhguru as often as they can, because he says mostly beautiful things. You can find him on YouTube, Sadhguru, S-A-D-H Guru, G-U-R-U, Sadhguru. Beautiful human being, teaches beautiful things. Modern, very humorous as well, and extremely intelligent. Now, starting. So what he says is the human predicament, the human challenge, human condition even, is that we misuse the 2 most beautiful gifts that separate us from all the other animals. We have a beautiful memory that is so powerful that it makes us who we are. It makes us remember things and build on them. See all these beautiful structures and all these things. Our memory created. Good memory. At least constructive. Good or bad, it's complex, but constructive. Buildings, cars, civilization is built on memory. Experiences of others, fathers, grandfathers, all the generations before us. That's beautiful. Also, we have an ability called imagination. Imagination is what makes us imagine all the stuff that now you could see here that came to fruition. It was once imagined and then built. I imagine today I'm gonna go paddling, and here I am paddling. So those 2 beautiful gifts of memory and imagination, if used if used erroneously, or if misused, if used incorrectly, can really hurt. For example, if people start dwelling on negativity, eating themselves up, torturing themselves as to why this happened, oh, if only this did not happen, or if only I could have done this. See, that is a wrong way of thinking. That's memory going haywire on you. Regret, like my brother used to say, no regrets. Never. Regret is the worst thing you can do. One of the worst, because you literally cannot change the past. Cannot. It's already done. There's no way. In fact, had it happened differently, it would have been even worse. Trust me. Had it happened differently, it would have been even worse. That's why it happened the best way possible. Anything that did not happen is great, because had it happened, that's a beautiful thought I never thought of. Because if it happened, it would have been worse. Why? I'll explain to you why. Because everything happens for the best, and that's a good saying. We don't see it sometimes as such, is because we are near let's not talk for now. Look at this. Let's just enjoy this beautiful thing. Wow, that's a sunrise. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the sun. Na 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 na. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Here comes the sun. I should memorize this song. How beautiful. Me around. It's so beautiful. It's just unthinkably beautiful. Let's keep looking, because that's that 1 minute a day. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say, it's all right. Está crasiva. It's one of the most beautiful things. After maybe a beautiful woman next to you that you love, that loves you. This is number 2. Sunrise and sunset. I think. The children, your woman, and that's a sunrise. Unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable. Especially so beautiful like that. And you can look at the sun and it doesn't hurt you. Once it goes a little higher, it's so bright. Even now it's becoming bright. That's it. The sun has arisen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have here the sun. Sonce. El sol está aquí. Front and center. We bow to it. We say thank you. We appreciate you being here. You're the best sun ever. The best. Shining bright, making us warm, making us smile. Yes. Thank you, sun, for rising, for not forgetting. See, sun never forgets. It's been doing that 4 billion years and a half. Don't forget the half. And it's gonna do that for 4 billion years and a half more. And I thank you for that. It's the best thing that happened to the earth is the sun. Yeah. Should put that all down on our refrigerator. Thank you, sun, for being with us. So now, go back to what we were talking about. That memory and imagination. Memory, if it malfunctions, makes people depressed. That's where depression comes from bad memories, regretting, thinking, oh my God, why did that happen? If only I could. Those that see wrong thoughts cannot have those thoughts. Illegal. That's what I learned. Never regret. Something happens, thank you. Appreciate it. If it feels bad, thank it again. That's a lesson. You don't like it because guess what? You're stupid. If I don't like something that's happening, I am dumb, because that's the best thing that's happening. And if it feels negative, well, that's a lesson. So I change. Otherwise, how do I know? If everything is good, then I don't get better. No need to get better as strongly, because the best teachers are bad teachers. In a way of negative, the best teachers are our bad experiences, because they really teach us what not to do. Just like that guy Buddha, he had only good things happen. Only good things. Без мрака нету света. So anyway, memory gone haywire causes depression. Imagination gone haywire, which they usually do together. It's usually both. Causes anxiety about the future. Oh my God, what if this happens? What if that happens? What do I do? What if I don't find a woman? What if I don't find a man? No, that's a wrong thought. Everything that needs to be happening will happen. Now, we cannot dwell on our laurels. На лаврах наших мы не можем dwellать. So, in Russian, отдыхать на лаврах не надо. You have to keep going. Look at the beautiful sun. Keep going toward the sun. So now, those are the two things that we need to remember. Interestingly enough, the gentleman that talk about this guy named Osho, also another one I recommend. Osho, very mystical human being, talking very mystically on how to be one with yourself, how to find yourself. So he talks about memory not serving you well. See, if it doesn't serve you well, then yes, then don't think like that. Now, to completely forget something that shouldn't be forgotten. For example, I speak to a lot of people and they say, I don't want to think about this. I can give you many interesting stories about this. I'm talking to a woman, for example, asking her about her exes. Now there is a notion which is incorrect. Exes stay in the past. Again, if you think of them badly, then yes. Or if they make you regret, like for example, in my case, I was thinking about my exes in a bad way. Well then, yes, that should not be happening. But to discuss them in a very amicable, very kind way, in a very grateful, thanking way, that is the best thing to do. Also, there are lessons, they're teachers of ours. I thank all my exes, whether they live in Texas or not. Ha ha ha. How beautiful. The sun is reflecting on the buildings. Sunny Isle, baby. Sunny Isle. So, I thank all my exes for teaching me to be the man I am. And I'm thanking all my future exes, because probably I'll have some. Likely. It's quite likely. It's not the most probable thought to think that my next woman will be my ultimate. It's not likely that that will happen. So my future exes, I thank them already. Yes. Yes. And now, what I do notice, when you go on dates, when you start talking to women and even men, they say, oh, exes is a no-no. We don't talk about that. I don't want to talk about my exes. That's an incorrect thought. Incorrect. Why? I'll explain to you why. I'll share with you, because you could see by asking about previous people where the pain is still present. For example, a lady often tells me, my first husband, my second husband, if she had a few, my first man, my second man, his name is George, his name is Michael, whichever the name is. Misha, very uncommon name these days. It's usually Maxim, Dima, Sasha, Serежа. Not even so common. Zhenya. So those names, since I talk to a lot of Russians, and then one, let's say maybe a third one or a fourth one, or the most recent one sometimes. That's an interesting phenomenon, that a woman is always considering internally, subconsciously, her most recent one to be her man. Until there's the next one, her body feels that that's the man. That's how women are. That's what. Now, one of those men that she mentions, all of a sudden she said, oh, I don't want to talk about him. And I says, like we say in New York, and I says, why? What's the problem, sweetheart? Well, there's nothing to talk about. It happened. I put it to rest. I buried that. Doesn't exist anymore. I worked out all the kinks, all the chinks in the armor. I worked it out, and I don't need to talk about this. Oh, so I sense pain. Oh, no pain, no pain. Right away, denial. People deny things right off the bat. That's the first proof of something extremely deeply correct. If you tell me, oh, you're a thief, I'll say, whoa, thief? What makes you say that? That's an unusual thing to think of me. I'm not gonna say, oh, no, I'm not a thief. See, I'm not gonna deny it like that. I'll get curious. It's such a clear and blatant nonsense. And by the way, there is a bit of me. There's a little thief in me. I could steal. I've stolen. I know. I hopefully don't steal anything big. But we all can be thieves. We all have that in us. Our nature. Depending on how alluring, how tempting is the loot. How many now that I go a little bit off the topic, how many of you can say that if there was $1 million that belonged to some huge company such as Amazon, that has trillion, billion, whatever, how much net worth of Amazon, and if there was $1 million that somehow came to the account, or it was there laying somewhere, a check you could pick up, You could pick up a check laying next to you somehow, just hypothetically speaking, belonging to Amazon, and you knew that nobody would ever find out. You knew it. $1 million. Huh? How many of you would say no? Would not do that, would not take that money, knowing that nothing would ever be in retribution? You would never get caught from not from a person, but even many would do it even from a person. See, I wouldn't want to do it from a person. But if the person is wealthy, well, if it's a 10 million, maybe I'll ask for $1 million from the 10 million. Yeah, maybe I'll ask. Could I find the money, $10 million of a multi-millionaire, and give it all back? Or I could keep it and he'll never find out. Well, I don't know. I'll be conflicted. I'll probably give it back because I don't need money. See, that's the thing. A lot of people do need money. Like, for example, when I needed money, oh, let me tell you, when I needed money, I would have kept some of that. Not all of it, but I would keep some of it. And I'd say, hey, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep $1 million, I'll give you 9. That's it. Yeah, that's what I probably would do. Well, as mean as that may sound, I'm sorry. I am like that. So, and I've stolen in my life little things stupidly from like a t-shirt. I mentioned it. It's dumb. I don't do that anymore. It's ridiculous, but I feel the urge sometimes. Anyway, so if you tell someone, hey, you're a thief, and he's clearly not a thief, he won't deny it blatantly. When people start denying things blatantly, guess what? It's that. They're not maybe on purpose lying to you. They deny to themselves. So, going back to what I was saying about memory. Memory is important. Now, I meet many people daily. I probably can, yesterday I can count, I met 10 people easily, maybe 12, and I'm talking met like quite closely. I spoke to them, I got to know them, not just hi bye. Oh no, there's maybe another 10 more that I just said hi bye to. I just met one on the beach right now, again, one of the yesterday's ones. See, I meet people. So one cannot tell me, oh, you just read books. Yeah, I read books. Books are important, but I also meet people. 8, 7, 12. So I speak to people about children, and I hear commonly, let's say I have a neighbor of mine. He has 3 children that he has a very similar situation to what I got. He doesn't talk to them, and he tries, but they've been completely damaged by the same thing that's happening right now in my life. Same way, parental alienation. So he's hurt, and he talks about it, and it gets him mad because he loves them, and even the fact that he loves them, he doesn't readily accept. Says, yeah, but I don't care about them. He keeps saying, I don't care about them. See, I would never say I don't care about my children. I do care a lot, though not I don't care about them the way a father should care about them. For example, if my son smokes now, okay, let him smoke. I ain't losing sleep over that. If my daughter has a toxic boyfriend, okay. In fact, I commend her on that. The more toxic, the better. So she could learn toxicity early on. and not have to go through certain things like some people for many years. A mild toxicity. See? Exactly. This is a beautiful thought right there. If a person is really toxic, it's better than a little bit toxic and very beautiful. But there's this a very low dose of poison, venom, that can slowly kill. Slowly. Killing me softly. Yeah, killing me softly. With your songs. Katambula, that was a song. That's how, by some theories, Napoleon was killed, by a very low dose of arsenic. That's what I remember. Because that's, you don't notice how it's killing you. If someone is really toxic, you run away from that. But if he's soft, oh no. That's what my mom is. She's softly killing my father, leukemically. So anyway, I say it like this. People, remember. Remember. And value your memories and love your children. And always be there. For example, I say to my children, I am here. My phone is never blocked. In fact, I call them. Every few days I text and call. Just like I was told by one of my mentors, keep texting. And I wasn't doing that. I do that more now. Make a phone call, make a text. They block me, it's on them. They can't block me, they block themselves. They're too scared. Your kids are too scared to see me, to talk to me, to even text to me. Yeah, because you say I'm mean. Well, yeah, you deserve that. We are not mean to people who don't deserve meanness. Anyway, so to finalize this beautiful conversation we have, I'll mention 3 ways how we can fix our 3 ways in 2 ways, in 2 steps. 3 ways. Okay. 3 global ways and 3 more concrete ways. So globally, the way we fix ourselves. If let's say someone is feeling down, someone is not feeling his best. Gotta go look home. Wow, I really got pulled to the south. I'm almost at the end of Hollandale. So 3 ways to heal is 1, be in nature. So what I'm doing right now, get out there. If you feel down, if you feel melancholic, saddened, get out. When you're in nature, do one thing, move. Like I'm moving right now. I am in nature, in the ocean, and I'm moving, and I'm moving. And that's beautiful. I'm absorbing nature through movement, not just stand there. And that sometimes is okay too. Just to be out there is okay, but if you move, it's even way better. That's his tempo. And enjoy and feel. And when you're out there, think, check me out. I'm out here in this beautiful ocean that is so grand and so vast. And here I am, the only person in this whole ocean right now, here in a radius of, I don't know how big, miles, 3 miles, 5 miles. There's not gonna be another person doing this. Maybe 10 miles, maybe 20. Definitely that way, no one. Here, possibly somebody, but I don't see them. Anyway, number 2 way is to connect with people, and even animals, and even women. Uh-oh. It's a beautiful thing to say. Ladies, you are human. There's a saying in Russian, human is weak, woman is strong. See? So you are superhuman. Now, the third way, and by the way, I'm doing that now. I'm connecting with people by talking about this and talking into my camera. And even if I wasn't, I would be thinking of some people. That's okay. If you don't have anyone to connect to, which is not good, but it is like that sometimes. You try to connect, get out there, talk to people, go to a coffee shop, just say hi to people, say how you doing, beautiful day, isn't that lovely, and they smile at you. Yeah, exactly. So that's a beautiful thing to do. And a third one is connect to the director, to the chief of chiefs, sometimes referred to as God. Connect to God. It doesn't matter what religious beliefs you subscribe to, what denomination, it doesn't matter. We all understand that this has not been created by us. This ocean, not one human being did this. This is too big. That, I tell you definitely, humans cannot do this. There's no way. So this ocean has been created by someone else. However you want to refer to him or her or them, well, that's them. Creators, the team, the board of trustees, yeah, that's them, or that's him. We want to call it one. We always call, oh, God is one. Okay, that's okay too. If you think of it, it's one creation. So yeah, it's one. So we call it sometimes nature, universe. Sometimes there are many universes. People think right now it's not relevant. Point is, this has been created by a creator. Well, connect. Say, creator, what's up? What's up? I connect to you, and I give my, как говорит, бестелесную субстанцию, придаю ее силам огня, воды и земли, и прошу перенести мою плоть из времени настоящего, время грядущее, дабы узрел я лики потомков, живущих много лет тому вперед. Bottle, see? Not good. But that's okay. The ocean will take care of it, hopefully. So, I'll translate what I just said. Abraham Cagliostro, the descendant of the great Giuseppe Cagliostro, ask powers of fire, earth and water to take my I don't know how to say my spirit, and transfer it from the present into the future, so I could see my descendants living many years ahead. That's what I just said. That's from a movie. Anyway, those are the three ways. They're beautiful. Be out there, connect to people, and connect to God. And people who are religious, well, even in some ways it can even be stronger connection, because you from childhood you can connect. You pray, sometimes a prayer, and not sometimes, prayer is beautiful, especially if you do it right. If you pray with gratitude, without asking, like I just did, I say, thank you, this is so beautiful. Huh? Check this out. I'm getting emotional right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Check it out. So this is gorgeous. I thank the world. I thank the creator. I thank all of you people. I thank me. Thank everything. Thank this pet. Like if I lose this right now, because I've done that before, I'm not that good. So well, look at the boat. Huh? I thank everyone. Wait, the camera is dirty. Oh, sorry about that. Should have done that before. So, thank everyone. Let's be grateful. There's been a lot of research, and gratitude does a body good. Creates a very beautiful state. When you truly thank being here. So those are the three ways. Nature, connect to people, connect to the director or directress. Богиня, земля. Now, there's another strategy, a bit more local, maybe not as spiritual. This is very spiritual. This is more of a physiologic recommendation of a physician. This is coming from Hindu teachings. When people are down, when they're not in their best, so there are three ways to fix it. And based on the channel that is being challenged, there's, let's say, three types of distortions, three types of issues. For example, first type, when people have no energy, lack of energy, you feel down, you feel depressed, you feel like you don't want to get up, you feel like losing interest, you're apathetic, you're melancholic, like I was. The energy is missing. You need energy. How do you get energy? Very simple. By doing energy things, moving. So start walking. And I'm talking, like right now here, I'm for 40 minutes already. So I'll be here for another 40. That's an hour and a half of movement in the morning. That's good. Then I go to the gym. Then I go to the cold plunge. Then I go a little bit more out here, and I'm by 1-2 p.m. I've moved a crazy amount of time. I'm like an Energizer bunny, moving and moving a lot. My body's moving, legs, arms, everything's moving. You can go for a walk. Walk is great for that, especially ladies, because you're not into crazy movements like men. But walking, anyone can do. Brisk walk for an hour out there. Try to move outside somewhere, not inside, and that gives energy. Yes, I've been doing that when I was depressed. Kind of kept me a little bit going. Swimming 30 minutes, and I knew gives me some energy. Had I known, I would have done more. If you don't feel like 30 minutes is enough, do an hour. People can go for 2, 3, 4, even 4 hours a day of movement. A lot of movement. I'm talking like a lot. That's one. Second type of distortion or ailment is when people are irritable, when they're anxious, when they're just can't sit still, they're angry. This is, by the way, what I need, and I don't do enough of it. You need to calm down. How do you calm down? By meditation. If you know how to pray, well, that's type of meditation as well. You sit there on a chair. If you have earth, it's not too cold. The best is to sit on earth, right on earth, прямо на земле, and meditate. Two things about meditation: don't lean. Don't let your back lean on anything, otherwise you may fall asleep. And number two, try not to force yourself not to think. Just be there. Thoughts will come and go. Don't cling to them. If they're negative, let them be. Positive, let them be. Ultimately, we will all learn. I'm learning it. It's very difficult. I haven't done it in a few days. It's annoying and boring. Well, that's asceticism. You do it every day, at least 10 minutes. Start with 10. Hopefully a person can do an hour. See, an hour a day of meditation, that's probably ideal. 1 hour, complete peace of mind. 1 hour, I think we all should do. If I can do an hour a day, that's the best time to do it is early morning when everyone's asleep. 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning. Ooh, beautiful. You sit there and you just meditate without nothing. I'm gonna do that. Start with 10 minutes, then do 20, and then here we go. Gotta get my headphones. So that's number 2. When you're irritable, you gotta calm yourself down. Number 3 is where I was talking earlier, is when the brain starts misfiring, regretting, miserable, anxious, craziness, and it's just thinking wrong. Usually people have a little bit of all of that. So the way to combat that one, when the brain is just malfunctioning and regretting and anxious and all that, is by doing something ascetic. Ascetic means you deprive yourself. The best thing to deprive yourself of is food. Food. What I do every day, I fast. I eat at night. Maybe a little too late. Well, I'll work on that. So water, just water. You drink water all day, and that's it. And it's very healthy, and it creates a very favorable hormonal balance, and it fixes your brain. You become stoic, you become patient, tolerable, strong. You don't go, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm dying of hunger, I'm starving. No, ain't no starving. I ain't starving. At night, I don't even feel like starving at night when I haven't eaten all day. 24 hours, I don't feel, because I'm used to it. I should do 2 days once in a while. See, and miss a dinner completely and do 2 days no eating. Once a month, we can do that. Yeah, 2 days. Beautiful. Get you a little bit weak next day. I've done it. It's annoying. 48-hour fast. You miss dinner. I should do that. Really annoying because I like my dinner. See? Coffee. Miss coffee. I like my coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. Anyway, so those are the things we do. And then they make you feel better. Yeah, for sure. Makes me feel better. Going through the shit I'm going through. I love it. It's been a beautiful conversation. And we're gonna be thinking and loving each other.